If you're looking to learn some Java, you've come to the right place. This is going to be a demo of a Java text-based RPG, which is a role-playing game that helps you master some of the fundamentals of Java. Java is another class-based object-oriented programming language and is one of the most popular to learn. Learning this is never a bad idea because you'll master a lot of fundamental principles such as variables, expressions, conditionals, loops, functions, classes, and data structures. In the README, there's some helpful links to get started, as well as a video walkthrough that this project was loosely based off of and then amped up. So let's go ahead and take a look at the project. So we'll go ahead and run this code, and then we'll walk through how we have it happening. So this is a dungeon game, so we're going to be going through a dungeon and fighting off various enemies. As we start, we're going to be asked our name, so we'll go ahead and put our name in here. And we immediately start running into enemies. We have a skeleton appeared. We start out with 100 health, the skeleton's at 71. We can choose if we want to attack, drink a health potion, or run. We'll go ahead and attack. See if we do any damage. We only did 8 damage and we received 17. Should we try to attack again or drink a health potion? We'll go ahead and do an attack. It continues going until we'll keep attacking. Hopefully we can defeat this guy. He's almost dead. We'll go ahead and, since our health is so low, we've attacked him several times, hitting him slowly. We'll go ahead and drink a health potion before we risk attacking him. We drink a health potion. If we have any left, it will add 30 health for us per the game settings at this point. Let's go ahead and try one more attack. We did defeat him. He dropped us a health potion. That's a random generated thing. And then we have 31 health at this point. Here we can choose to continue fighting and we'll keep seeing enemies, cycling through enemies, or we can exit the dungeon. For brevity's sake, we'll go ahead and exit the dungeon here. We'll get a little congratulations with our enemy count and thanks for playing. We are victorious. Let's go ahead and walk through the code and see what's happening here. So you can see that in our main Java function that is what's being called when we run. We just have an instance of a dungeon game and then we call a method called playGame on it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the dungeon game. So this is where the magic is happening. We have a couple of system objects just to help us with getting user input and generating some random numbers to help our game have a little diversity. We have some game variables such as the game title, our character name, which we'll accept input for at the beginning. We have an array of enemies. You can see you can easily add here. This is something that can be easily customized as well. We have our max health, our max enemy health, and max enemy attack damage, as well as our health, our attack damage, that kind of thing right here. We also have the chance of a health potion being dropped, and we have it just at 50%. You could, increase difficulty by making that more or less. Then we have some methods that are called within the play function to help us get that gameplay, such as that random health potion drop. If we defeat an enemy, we call this, and we generate a random number up to 100. And if it's less than our health drop chance, then we'll go ahead and give it. If not, we don't get the extra health potion. We have another helper function here, just to check if we should keep playing. This is something that will run after we defeat an enemy to check if the player wants to keep playing or exit. And you can see we have some output. We look for input, validate it, and then return either true or false, depending on what they do. And then we have some of those action type helper functions. So with the attack, we randomly generate damage dealt and damage taken, adjust health, and print out what we did. Similarly for heal, if we have health potions available, we'll heal up. If not, we'll print out a message indicating so. We also have a helper function to get the user's next action. Just asking them what they'd like to do, 1, 2, or 3, and then getting that input. And then the big boy function here is that play game, and that's what we're calling in the main. It's just that play game. We do our little welcome message, and then while the game is running, which will eventually set to false, we print out some lines, we say what enemies appear, and then we get the user input. As long as the enemy has health and we have health, we'll get that user input, determine what to do, either attack, heal, or run. We also handle invalid input. If we do get defeated by the enemy, we'll print a defeat message. And if we are successful, we'll go ahead and increase our enemy defeated count and then do that health potion drop that we saw earlier. At that point, we check if the user wants to keep playing. If so, we'll go back, loop again, and keep doing that as long as they want to keep playing. Once they break out of the loop, either by dying or by choosing to exit the dungeon, we'll go ahead and give them their final stats of their enemies and just thank them for playing. So that's the basic walkthrough of the code for the dungeon game. Again, this is something that you can start with and then easily customize to your liking, change the environment, change the enemies, allow more user customization. There's lots of room to grow here, so this is a great place to start with learning some Java.